Man, oh man, what a way to wake up. In today's breaking report, one of the great storytellers in Hollywood was found murdered in his home, along with his wife. Their son is the prime suspect. While much will be said about Rob Reiner's contribution to television and film, well, we have a recent segment to share from earlier this fall, an interview that he did on CNN. And his words, the words that you're about to hear in a second, must live past his sad and tragic death. Welcome to Occupy Democrats, and please hit that subscribe button if you think that Trump is as big a bigot as Archie.
Oh, yeah, now I see what your idea of a free country is. You're free to say anything you want, but if anyone disagrees with you, they're either thrown into jail or called a meathead, right?
That's right, because this is American land that I love.
Well, I love it too, Mr. Bunker, and it's because I do. I protest when I think things are wrong.
And stand beside her. And guide her.
The right to dissent is the principle upon which this country was based.
With the light from above.
Listen to me. It's in the Bill of Rights.
From the mountains.
Why do you think we broke away from England to begin with, huh? Because we didn't agree with her. We demanded freedom.
With folks.
Gee, it's guys like you who don't listen to reason. I mean, you're not listening to anything. You're totally closed-minded.
Hold on.
You're prejudice. You're prejudice.
The late Rob Reiner had plenty of experience dealing with ignorant racists on All in the Family, but his real-life advocacy for fairness and truth and justice may well be what he's remembered for as much as anything. It's our featured video today from last September. Here's a chilling and prophetic interview with filmmaker, actor, and activist, the late Rob Reiner.
Joined now by actor and director Rob Reiner. His new movie, Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, is out now, and his new book, A Fine Line Between Stupid and Clever, the story of Spinal Tap, also out. And you actually were just on Kimmel, Rob, and I wonder how you're reflecting on that. You were promoting Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. What's your message to Jimmy Kimmel today?
Well, first of all, I mean, I'm a friend of Jimmy's, and what happened to him is unconscionable. It just can't happen. And, what's happening now, it goes way beyond Jimmy Kimmel. We're in a war. We're in a war right now for our democracy. Trump has declared war on this democracy. I mean, first of all, he throws people out of the country without due process. He takes funds that were appropriated by Congress, refuses to distribute them in clear contradiction to the Constitution's separation of powers. He's browbeating businesses and universities and law firms. I mean, this is way beyond just Jimmy Kimmel. We're fighting 200. This is a man who's a convicted felon, an adjudicated sex offender and fraud, business fraud. And he has decided that our 250 years of American democracy is going to be wiped out and is doing it within the last 8 months. Well, there's a lot of people, not just the show business community. There are a lot of people all over this country that are not going to stand for this. And we're going to start organizing. You have to understand, this is, to me, is a very personal thing. Aside from the fact that I'm in show business, I'm already a libtard. I'm already a pariah. I understand with the Trump administration. But this is way, way beyond that for me. It's very personal. My wife, her mother was in Auschwitz. Her whole family died there. Her mother was the only one that survived. My Uncle Charlie was part of the D-Day invasion. My second father, Norman Lear, flew 52 bombing missions over Nazi Germany so that we would, and millions of people died, so that we would never, ever have what we are seeing happen now here in America. It's unconscionable. You are not going to take 250 years, that shining city on a hill, that the beacon to the rest of the world, which is now looked down upon by our allies, and destroy it. We're just not going to stand for it. And there's a lot of people that are going to be standing up in the near future, and you're going to see a big pushback. There's no question about it. He's declared war on the First Amendment, on the Constitution, and we're not going to take it.
You heard what Michael Eisner said, former chief of Disney, right? Very supportive of Jimmy Kimmel. But you also see how the Trump administration is pulling on certain levers of government, and not just in the case of Jimmy Kimmel, right, but other cases as well. in a way that's extraordinary. And these big companies, if they have business that requires some kind of sign-off, regulators, the Trump administration has discretion there. And you see how some of these companies are responding. What do you think about that?
Well, they're scared. There's no question they're scared. I mean, we in Hollywood, we know what this idea of browbeating people and intimidating people, we know what this is. We had it back in the 1950s with the McCarthy era, where people were blacklisted, people couldn't get work, people were thrown in jail, and we fought back. The Committee to Protect the First Amendment was founded by people like Henry Fonda, who fought back. And when people unite, and they're united and they're strength in numbers, we know that. And it's not going to just be the Hollywood community. It's going to be, we're going to have to reach out to business. We're going to have to reach out to the universities and the law firms and everybody who's affected by this. Because ultimately, yes, they're going to cave now. But if they cave, and if everybody starts to cave, within a very short period of time, something that we've built for 250 years will no longer exist.
The FCC chair, Brendan Carr, was on Fox yesterday, and he said, quote, "I don't think this is the last shoe to drop. This is a massive shift in the media ecosystem, and I think the consequences are going to continue to flow." What's the sense of, late night TV now and this moving in a bigger way into the film industry?
Well, it's moving into every form of communication. We're seeing it. This is 1A, 1.A, whatever, in the authoritarian's playbook. Control the media, control the message, make sure that only what we have to say and only what we believe will get out to the public. That goes and flies 180 degrees against the First Amendment of the Constitution. So what you're saying is basically destroy the Constitution. And Trump even said, I don't know if I have to pay attention or believe and listen to everything in the Constitution. It can't happen. If it does happen, Brianna, you're not going to be speaking the way you're not going to be having this program. You're not going to let somebody like me come on and talk. It'll be state-run media, and that's going to be for all television. They're making a big investment in TikTok. When you're seeing, that's coming from Paramount and now Skydance, all of this will now start to be controlled by state media. And that is the basis for authoritarian rule. You see it in every country who has it.
Well, Rob Reiner, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate you being here.
And by the way, this may be the last time you ever see me because there's only a couple of them.
Rob Reiner should be remembered for many things, but his brave and unflinching criticism of Trump and all that he stands for must be a vital part of his legacy. It got me to thinking when I was a kid, I'd sit in front of my TV and watch Norman Lear show us how to laugh at ourselves, at society, and at our worst flaws, like racism. What has happened to us?
You're prejudiced against Tommy Macklin because you know he's a white guy.
I don't know anything about him.
I just told you he was a white guy.
So?
That's why you hate him. What? You are prejudiced against white people. Don't tell me no.
Crazy.
I ain't crazy. If I told you that Tommy Macklin was a black guy, you'd be crying tears and saying, give the poor ex-con a chance. But you know he's a white guy, so you're against him. Well, I ain't prejudiced that way. I ain't prejudiced against no man just because his skin is the same color as my own.
She has lots of white friends.
You're damn right, and I'm going to get more.